I don't even know what they could possibly show today.
I don't either. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another E3 day two. Yeah, day three.
Three,
Day
three,
Yeah,
three.
this is
three,
day
yeah.
three. Day three. So welcome to day three. We're gonna be doing Capcom because Capcom should be starting in about 5 minutes. But before that starts, I wanted to give. We didn't do Square Enix. Thank God I didn't do that live. Um, so I wanted to give. I just want to say one thing that I did like about the Square Enix presentation, and I'm ashamed that I like it because I hate that game. I hate the Marvel's Avengers game. I hate how they did it. I mean, and to be fair to Square Enix, I went in thinking Arkham series. I did not go in thinking superhero Destiny. So I blame myself for that. But I did like what they showed about the Black Panther expansion. That looked good, but in my opinion, that should be its own game.
It should.
It should not be attached to that. It should be its own game. And they did right by putting that Ohana Bomb song, Walk Like a King. Thank you for that, because that was the perfect song for that. But other than that, Square did little to nothing to pique my interest. I'm like, a bunch of mobile games, and everybody's talking about Origin, but I'm like, it just looked okay.
That looked awful. It looked like
At best.
Devil May Cry clone.
Yeah. In the words of the great controversial speaker Kevin Samuels, it was average at best. So, I mean, I didn't see I didn't see anything to get hyped about. And Guardians of the Galaxy, no, and I'll leave it at that.
Even with all that they showed, no, because something like about it, it just seemed like it wasn't fluid. It seemed like it was a little too slow. And from my understanding, you're only playing as a Star-Lord and you're commanding the other fighters around you.
Yep, that's not gonna go over well. So, yeah, hard pass.
I kind of went into it with no expectations whatsoever. But I will say this: I did leave more disappointed for the simple fact that I was looking forward to Babylon Fall, and that game somehow looks worse than it did when they first showed it.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I didn't understand that one either. It reminded me of like Black Desert or something like free. It just didn't sit right.
I don't know, Platinum. I'm not even gonna blame Square on that.
Yeah, because Platinum, y'all better than that.
Yeah, by a long shot.
Y'all, what team is working on this? I hope this ain't the C. It can't be the 18 because the 18 is working on Bayonetta. We already know that. So it ain't the 18. So who's working on this?
I would like, because a B team, I'm hoping is working on the Astral Chain sequel. So this must be the bottom of the barrel. We just got on the team,
right? The scraps.
But they usually not bad though, because when you think about it, because that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game they did, Mutants in Manhattan, was not bad.
It was good, but people didn't like it, which was weird.
They didn't like the art style. I dug the art style.
Because I even like the Transformer game.
Yeah, the Transformers game.
I
was like, can I get another one? Why did y'all delist this?
Right.
Like, why did you delist this? Like, if you want, before you delisted, you should have sent it to Nintendo.
Right.
Before you delisted it.
Now I think they dropped the ball on Korra, but other than that, I mean, those were good games. Those were platinum games.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the hell Babylon Fall is. And not to mention, this is supposed to be what their last project in a way for them to go on their own, I guess, journey to have their own publishing, to make their own IP.
Yeah.
It ain't looking good. I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I'm still, because I'm used to their action games being a certain, quality.
Right.
I'm willing to wait and see what happens, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna polish it up. Because I don't know what video they showed, but I'm hoping that was like an old video from like 2019 or something. Because
man, the last time I looked at it, it was like, the like and dislike ratio was close. It was like, I think it was like 101 to 97 or something like that. It's really close.
That makes sense. To be honest, that makes sense. I mean, I guess because a lot of people, when they first did the first trailer for that game and they put some gameplay in it, that thing was flowing.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I don't know what in the world happened.
Hey, pandemic.
Yeah,
Pandemic.
so
That's all.
Right.
That's all I'm
and
gonna
that
say.
one, and I will say this: Kamiya did say it hit them hard because they pretty much. It's not like they're Ubisoft. Platinum is not Ubisoft, and that's another thing I think like people need to understand. A lot of these game studios, you think they big, they really ain't.
Nah.
Like,
not.
yeah. So I mean, it's not like Platinum is sitting there with like 10,000 employees,
right?
So
and that's the thing. I mean, I don't think any of this is truly public knowledge, but honestly, when you look at it, a lot of these people don't. Because I didn't even know Monolith had so many teams.
Yeah, they're huge now.
But before they wasn't like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say when they started off, they were really small, but like Nintendo has just been letting them just higher and higher and higher and higher.
Because they like what third or fourth hiring spurt like last year they had.
Yeah,
we're like, okay, what are y'all making?
Yeah,
that's from what I heard because I didn't even know this. The main team that made X hasn't made that wasn't a part of these last two games
because they're working on theirs. They're working on whatever it is they're working on.
So now I'm really thinking we gonna see something from them come this E3 with Nintendo.
From what I remember, I'm pretty sure the same one that did X. The one that did X is the one who helped on Breath of the Wild, is it not?
Yeah, some of that team did.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Please, Capcom.
A lot of Street Fighter.
Please. I got a list of what I want to see. Please.
That'd be cool. 6. That'd be cool.
It would be.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase.
I want to see
I'm
some
your
arcade
host, Rachel
cabinets
Puerco,
too.
aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from
Ace
Capcom.
Attorney, I forgot about that.
We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on.
They got Rise.
Then we'll wrap up with
Rise
some
coming.
updates
Not
from
Rise.
friends at
Stores.
Capcom
Stores
Fighters.
coming.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Our first stop today, Resident Evil Village.
Game's already out.
The Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival.
What's she gonna say for Switch though?
The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates
with a lot of quarantine dudes.
Right.
I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Another time.
Bye-bye.
There's nothing to fear.
Resident Evil 8 Village Mercenaries mode.
She's everything.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest
now.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village.
Ooh, he looked like he'd been working for a while.
To thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in survival horror. As a reminder,
first person.
everyone who purchased Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil Re:Verse, where players go head-to-head with their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm happy to announce that Resident Evil Re:Verse will go live next month across all platforms.
Okay.
So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
Sweet. Okay, that's not bad. I'm not buying Resident Evil Village for that though. No.
Right.
Like, if you're selling it separate, let's do that.
Right.
I just don't. I don't like the first person stuff. Did not.
If it's third person like that, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I mean, granted,
I'm burnt out on first person.
For me.
Thank you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful update.
You're about to sneak up on me.
Next up, news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside
I go through my whole clip on one zombie.
First, let's dive into the
and then I'm gonna reload.
entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
I actually want to play this. I like the first one.
I'm playing this because people told me that the first one was fire, and I missed out on it. So I'm like, I'm jumping on this full go.
I haven't even played that.
Now, granted, I didn't expect this to be 60. So
yeah,
that's what's kind of throwing me off.
But if they're gonna add all the stuff they add and all the other stuff, I'm like, okay, fine, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, then he got pimp slap.
Right and strong and skilled.
I like the art style. The art style is hot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The anime wasn't bad. The anime they did for the first one wasn't bad.
Just kept getting
The
worse.
movie was.
But I heard that
Right.
Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island.
Struggle with the movie.
I went
Some of
there
that
to see Red's old monster.
live action.
Live action, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that bull. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
T.I. survived what? 5 seconds?
That's
Yeah.
what I hear.
To be honest, that was longer than I thought he was going to.
And now, Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
This is the
Oh, you got a whole Rathalos?
Great Ratha,
Yep.
the monster with the wings of ruin. It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between
Yeah,
the
you definitely
strange
sold me on
happenings
this.
and the wings of ruin.
You tell me I got a dragon, I'll make it happen.
Everywhere.
I'll sell out.
And they're
I'll give you
emitting
the money.
strange
The
light.
fight style was on point too. I like the battle style.
What's up, Wilton? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining.
This whole idea of
I wish we could have this full
kinship
screen
with
and see the
monsters.
comments at the same time.
How do you control them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
see,
would
I
be
got
cool.
my
It's
phone
not
on the
about
side.
control.
Okay,
Monsters
okay.
help
I
riders
might
of
need
their
to do
own
that.
will.
Same thing like I can't do it myself.
And
Mm.
the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Sukino.
Okay, they shooting nuclear bomb blasts.
Hey, you do what you gotta do, all right?
What kind of power does Ratha really have?
You can't give me no
Why are
pet
all
like
of these
that.
pits appearing?
You cannot give me a pet like
They
that.
want to take Ratha
Right.
for themselves. All I have are questions.
Oh, you was talking trash about about who?
Worry or doubt in your voice?
Drop bombs,
Ratha
drop
will
bombs,
become
drop
anxious
bombs.
too. He needs to know
I'm gonna
that
wreck
you
your
will
whole
protect
career
him
and street
no
block.
matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
A voice. Can you hear it?
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends. They're monsters. Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong. My friends here taught me that. I believe in the strength of humanity.
I don't.
And Capcom messed up. So Capcom's How to Train Your Dragon.
Right.
Where my
Literally.
toothless at? I need my toothless.
Right. That'd be dope if you could name them. We know
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Free title
If you
up.
could, you know somebody's gonna name them the Toothless. You know that.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that just was crazy.
Oh, they're gonna let me bring my Palamute in? Okay.
As you know, there's some cross content if you own both.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Wow.
sweet. That was sweet.
July 15th.
That's the week after they come out.
Right.
Nice.
They dropping these quick.
Trial version.
And
June
transfer
25th.
over? Okay, I like that.
So
Wow.
oh, so that's next week.
Wait, so this comes out next week?
No, the
Nah,
trial
the
version
trial.
comes out next week.
Oh, okay.
And the game comes out July 9th. But the first update is July 15th. I'm like, okay, they really are. They not playing
Right.
with this. So all
I mean, they
right.
did the same thing with Monster Hunter. They dropped it quick.
Worldwide July
Yeah.
9th. Wow.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement? The canine companion
Just need a
Palamute
game,
from
man.
Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter Stories 2
I'ma still be
as one of the
playing
new
golf.
monsties in the first free title update coming soon after the game's release. You can get an early peek at the game with the Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin trial
Yeah, well,
version,
that
starting on
that
June
art style
25th,
is
which
immaculate.
also
I really
carries
like
some
the art
progress
style
over
on
to the
that.
full
Yeah.
game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's
yeah,
not the
Trinell,
only way to
it
join the
does
hunt.
look better than
Millions of
Rise.
you
I'm
made
not gonna
Monster Hunter
lie.
Rise a huge
But I think it's
success
that's because of the
earlier this
art
year.
style too.
Art
And we
style.
have
Yeah.
even more content coming.
That art
including a
style
new
usually
collaboration
holds
on the Rise.
for a
Let's
long
find out
time.
more.
They about to give us more with this game. I need to pick it back up, man. I know people killing me right now because I think I'm still Hunter rank 5.
I haven't
You better
even
than me. I'm
played
still
it
on
yet.
rank. I'm still on rank 2, man.
I have
That
not
reminds me,
even played it.
I am gonna need y'all help. So
I got you. I need to get back in it, man, because I've been slacking. I got armor I want to get because I'm in the high ranks now.
yeah.
So it's like I need to get my armor on, go in there and give some monsters some work. I am not doing rampages, so you can miss me with that.
Yeah, because I still got to do my first rampage, but I need to kill a couple more monsters to up some of my sets.
Right.
Because I'm getting, man, Baroth done beat me 3 times. I'm like, I am embarrassed at myself right now. Like, this dude done beat me 3 times. I am embarrassed with myself. And one time he got a time limit draw. Old punk ran from me.
I think I was playing it once with him, and then after that, I just went to work. I can't stand that bastard. You know, at first I was trying to do the whole get as many high stats as possible, but now I just got to match. I got to match because it just don't look right mismatching your armor.
Yeah, it don't never look right.
Tamura is like my second home.
You think you can take on Rondine?
Look like you about to take on Rondine and eat Rondine.
Dang, another one? I mean, I'm not complaining. But
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
They're trying to make that game as smooth as possible.
To be a Monster Hunter fan.
I mean,
All
I'm
the
kind
new
of touchy
updates to
on there's
Monster
certain
Hunter
things you
Rise
can't buy
and
separately.
the launch of Monster Hunter
They're
Stories
tied
2 this
into
summer.
like certain DLC
We can't
packs.
wait to hear about
Oh,
your
yeah,
own
yeah.
stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to
Yeah.
explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures
Love the
and the
series.
Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve.
It's
which
one
were
that I've
previously
never gotten
only
into,
available
but
in
it always
Japan.
looks cool, man.
You'll travel
I
back in
at
time
first
to the
awesome.
late
It
1960s
took a
in
while
Japan and
because I
London.
mean, one, I
Play
was
as
never a fan
Ryunosuke
of playing on the
Naruhodo,
DS.
Phoenix Wright's
So I'm like,
ancestor,
okay, well,
in
let me
this
just play it,
action-packed
and then when you
prequel.
actually get into that
Now let's hear
courtroom.
more about the story.
Now, one thing I will say, I think they could do a little bit better as far as explaining on like what clues are the right clues to select. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, this has to be the clue. And they're like, no, it's wrong.
To the center
Okay,
of the world.
all right.
Great Britain's
But yeah,
mighty
I mean, it's
capital,
definitely
London.
once when you get in that courtroom, that's when it gets real good.
Yeah, the courtroom segments are off the chain.
Yeah. Now, when you out looking for clues, that's where it's kind of slow.
Okay.
You know, you're looking for the clues or whatever. But if you get everything you're supposed to get and then show up in that courtroom and set it off, that's the game.
You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction.
Hey, Sherlock Sholmes.
Herlock Sholmes.
What have we here?
That's gonna be the next movie on Netflix.
Right.
Sherlock Sholmes.
The anime wasn't bad.
The anime was good. The Ace Attorney anime was real good.
Yeah. Oh, they got juries now? Maybe I've been out it too long.
Your testimony
I
completely
don't remember there
contradicts
being
the
jurors before.
Objection!
Oh yeah, that I
My lord,
know.
with all due respect,
I know
this
they
is an
have. I've heard a few of the Ace Attorney soundtracks.
Yeah.
They got some crazy songs on there.
Yeah.
Don't make me sample something.
And the live action Ace Attorney movie from Japan was actually hilarious.
Really?
Yes, it was ridiculous, and I loved every minute of it.
So we have 10 new
July
cases,
27th.
and 8 mini
Oh, y'all
escapades
trying to break
where you
somebody's
can
wallet.
Take on the role of a defense attorney.
I don't have
now,
the time.
we all want to see some gameplay, right?
Well, that's gonna go on the
Let's take
back
a
burner then.
closer
I'm
first
sorry.
Look at 2
Because Monster
gameplay
Hunter,
features
investment.
new to the
Stories,
franchise in the
investment.
Great Ace
Ace
Attorney
Attorney,
Chronicles.
definitely investment.
Dance of
Yeah.
deduction and summation examination.
Yeah, Trinell, they are bangers
Hello,
for sure.
I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this is the capital.
This might be my holiday pickup, depending on what comes out on the holiday. I might grab this around the holidays. I can't get it in July.
Capcom team is
I just can't.
to present two gameplay features.
Man, these cutscenes are so smooth. It reminds me of like the early 80s, early 70s animes.
Yeah.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Suzato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock.
Oh, no, this is 19th century.
Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
What? Something Andre didn't predict? What is going on? It has been raining all day today on my end, so. I get y'all showing it off, but this is not, no.
Yeah, you don't have to show it off like this.
Oh, they're gonna drive them sales numbers one way or another.
we get it. You got to read.
Yeah, lots of it.
So, how much you want to how much you want to bet this is gonna be on Treehouse Live tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna get about 30 minutes in Treehouse.
I wouldn't say 30, but I would definitely say it will get some shine.
I was gonna say,
well, they usually do it in 30-minute chunks.
PS4. Is this like the first time it's been on PS4? I thought this was like
Ryunosuke and Susato.
It's usually Nintendo. Well, handheld anyway.
Handheld, yeah.
At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
Okay. That's new.
As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
There's a lot of finger snapping.
You already know that's Ace Attorney all day, especially with the objection.
Yeah,
it's a bang objection.
Like, can you imagine like you did that in real life and the real word bubble comes out?
I can tell you do that in the courtroom, your ass going to jail. Cause,
and it would be funny if the judge gets the reference.
Right. Do I win the case? Like, no, I just thought it was funny. Like, you still going to jail, but we just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that they're giving some elements of being a detective out in the open world instead of just looking for clues. Doing something like this is something different from my understanding, because I don't think I played the last one, but I know for a fact the last 2 or 3 that I played, you didn't do that.
In courtroom battles,
it was fine
clues, watch
like the cutscenes, and then take it behind
their
the court.
client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice. One black, representing a guilty.
Okay, clearly that juror that's flipping the knife should not be doing that. Clearly.
Summation, examination. Take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached.
Okay, juror number 1 got personal issues.
Juror
number 2 is clearly hiding something.
She's a robot.
You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor.
That's the cool thing about these games.
Examine
Like
each
the people that you go up
carefully
against,
and select 2
they're all
contradicting
different.
jurors to call
So
out
you
the
don't
flaws
have
in
like
their
your
logic.
Glasses Joe type lawyer in the beginning, so he's super easy. He don't figure nothing out. So it's pretty cool.
Be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims.
Okay, he's pretty much dead.
You might just change their minds too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor. Bring each contradiction to light and persuade
Boy,
the
that
jury.
would be messed up if that's
ultimately
how
your
a
client's
courtroom really was.
Right.
Like you sitting there looking at the flame. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new gameplay features.
I wonder if they got the dude that be wearing the mask.
We're very excited
and he
to get this game in the
he always
hands
drinking coffee all the time, and all his references are about
diehard
coffee.
fans alike.
Wonder if
He's probably in there. He's probably in there somewhere.
I like
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom. But what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from
Dang, that's a
two
quick
stars of
showcase.
Capcom fighters,
Is it?
Rob
That's
TV
it?
and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom
Hold on,
esports,
you mean tell me
including
this is
updates
only gonna
on
be
the
30
Capcom
minutes?
Pro Tour, Intel World
sorry,
Open,
Mega Man
Street
fans.
Fighter League, and all
Why
the
did
new
y'all
content of
show up?
Capcom Fighters.
Why did
Over
y'all
to you
show
guys.
up? Y'all could have mixed that in with somebody else's.
Exactly.
Because they already did like a Monster Hunter thing on the first day.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
And welcome to the Capcom Esports presentation for E3 2021.
I guess
My
you
name
want to
is
show
Vicious,
this, so you got to
commentator
give
for
it
the
a
Capcom
little
Pro Tour,
fluff.
as well as Street
I
Fighter League.
guess.
Here with
Because
competitive
you can
Street
tell they
Fighter
really
player
just wanted to
and
show this. They didn't
host
care about the other
extraordinaire.
three because we've
Oh,
seen them
Right.
already.
good. Rob
Yeah.
TV. What's going
Yeah.
on, Rob?
Oh my goodness, Vicious. Host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it. And I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter
So,
5,
Nintendo on
Capcom
Tuesday?
E3. It just feels
All
right. You
right.
feel the electricity in the air. Nice. Nice. What? That was nasty. And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter 5 is. The long and the short of it is this.
I think everybody who's watching E3 knows what competitive
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 is.
Yeah, because that's the reason why the game sucked in its first 2 years.
Feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your region, sign up
No.
for Capcom Pro Tour.
Nah.
Prove it. And become
Yeah.
Nah, I play. I play for fun, not stress.
I don't even play it for fun because that's
All right.
right.
Yeah.
Getting that
So in
work.
this year's CPC overall, it's a series of tournaments that have
But it's a fighting
$5,000
style I've
on
never
the line for each tournament.
been able to
But
get used
that
to
money alone,
because it
that's
seems
not
like
the
it's
big-
very
that's not
tight.
what's really at stake here.
It's not
It's
as
about
loose as
making it to
your
the
Mortal
granddaddy
Kombat
of them
or
all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's why
And
it's kind of hard for me to get into it.
and there's that you may need a fight stick for this.
No, you definitely need a fight stick for that. If you see a man next to you and he pull out the fight stick on you, you just say, "I'm done.
Yeah, just put
I'm
it
not
up.
trying to play."
And that's a
Yeah.
I'm very, very familiar with.
That's right.
Or
We
you
take
just go
all
back
our
to the
events and
old
broadcast
faithful.
it live
Come see
from
me in
the
Smash
stage,
Bros. Then.
and we
Right.
You can play.
Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going
Oh,
on in the
nice.
Capcom Pro Tour,
Dang.
spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into
only I
Capcom.
was
So
good.
if you lose here in America, you go down to Mexico and you try down there.
Right.
Expect for 2021.
And Mago is your first qualifier for Japan.
And seeing stuff like this, I wish I was good at these fighting games, especially when you look at Street Fighter. And I've seen people do work on Mortal Kombat because there were times I'm like, yo, I'm beating everybody around me. Get online and play somebody with Melina. Don't even touch the floor.
Whole different game.
Yeah.
Whole different
ball
ball game.
game.
On Capcom Fighters, we have
Like I said, I felt the same way. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go. The same thing's gonna happen in 2K, but now I go on 2K and murder somebody. But because everybody do the same thing, everybody want to shoot 3-pointers. But
Right.
as far as fighting games, they was like, oh, just practice. I did. All I did was practice my patience because.
Right.
Well, you got
That's-
people who they be frame counting. They be
Yeah, that's what
like that's the only thing they got, and they have the fight stick to go with it.
Right.
But now
Remembering
you actually have your
combos.
teammates
Like,
and
how I
that
felt about
make
Marvel
every
versus
decision you make
Capcom.
is
I
not
thought I was
just about
somebody.
anymore.
Until
Get online. Yep. You will never touch the ground. That one mistake is the end of the game.
Yeah. Okay,
Let's
dude,
not
y'all.
forget
That's weird.
the
Yeah,
impact
I can't remember combos. I can't remember button inputs like that. Especially if I'm in the middle of a fight, my fingers is going where they're going.
When you start getting frustrated, that
yeah.
that 1 second of getting frustrated, you just like,
Yep. I'll start off like this, but then I'll go to that real quick.
Yeah.
Like, let me go ahead and start clicking on these buttons.
Competitor title and dojo object.
You do not want to miss this. I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future.
Yeah, Trinell, I'm the same way.
updates
I'm
on the
always that
Capcom
guy.
Fighters
You'll
channel.
see me
And
buy
again,
a
we've had
fighting
so many
game,
events so far.
knowing
We
I
started
suck.
off with the Japan region. We've had a
I
couple
just got
more
that new
events
Street Fighter.
going on.
You sweet against the computer. You
Oh
sweet
yeah, all
against the
day.
computer.
Giving them
Well,
the work.
Actually, that's one of my favorite genres, but I don't like playing everything.
Right.
Like,
I mean, of course, your
I
boy
love my
is from
Smash. I love my
Make sure you
Dead
guys
or
tune in
Alive.
to see the tournament. You do
I used to love my Soul Calibur till I played
Ooh.
Soul Calibur
That
6 and
went
that
to
pissed
hell.
me off.
Soul Calibur was a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Tekken.
Love my Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, Tekken was hot too.
But the thing with me is I like having fun, and I don't have fun online. I have better fun playing couch.
Right.
Playing with somebody next to me.
Yep.
I don't too much like playing online like that.
This game has changed the lives of
I definitely don't like playing online.
Yeah.
Hate playing online.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm glad most of these games you just can't talk to the other person because I'd be.
But people be getting frustrated though.
You gonna get on the ground? You gonna stand up? You gonna reset?
Right.
That's what it is. You gonna reset? No, you're not gonna reset. You gonna reset? No, I ain't gonna let you reset.
Right.
So far, and I can't wait to see how this plays
Actually,
out. On the
Andre,
Capcom
I do
side.
like King of Fighters too. King of Fighters.
Twitch and
I'm
YouTube
actually
channels
looking
for more
forward to
information
15.
and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at
Wow.
E3 this year. Let's
They
recap
really
what
did
we
only
all
do 30
saw.
minutes.
Let's
Resident Evil
recap the
Village
10
is
minutes
back.
that
The
we
latest
all.
installment of the survival horror experience and RE Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures
I'm
to
not even gonna
embark
waste my
on in
time
the
doing a
world of
video
Monster
for this.
Hunter,
Mm-mm.
with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and
Wow,
Monster
they
Hunter
really
Rise.
only did 30
And
minutes.
don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history
That's
of Phoenix
crazy.
Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the
will.
latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet.
Was
Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the
Oh, I'm not
Capcom
going on
virtual
Twitter.
booth
I'm not going on Twitter right now.
to watch all these videos again
Because
and more.
the Resident
Rachel
Evil
Puerco,
Revelations
aka
people gonna be
Seltzer.
mad.
Thank
The
you for being
Mega Man
part
people
of
finna be
the
mad.
Capcom experience
I'm
at
not going on
E3
there.
this year.
Hell, even the Street Fighter people may be pissed off because they wanted a new Street Fighter.
Yeah, they want
Yeah.
to Street Fighter. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's all up to Nintendo now.
Right.
All right, Nintendo, y'all gonna have to bring it home.
Now here's my thing. Now I know this is an unpopular opinion from what I've seen on Twitter. I like Ubisoft, at least half of it. I like Microsoft, and I like who else am I missing?
That Guerrilla Collective
Guerrilla
thing?
Collective.
Yeah.
Those have been my main three, and I know Nintendo's not going to disappoint. They've been too quiet.
Way too quiet.
Yeah, when they're quiet, when they're quiet, I don't. But I'm keeping my expectations measured because, the going around this entire thing before E3 with like the whole Switch Pro's supposed to show before E3 every day before E3. I'm like, really, guys, come on, man, can't y'all tell me the line? Yeah. So,
but see, that's the thing. Like with Nintendo, I don't want to say I can't be disappointed, but I can go on the realm and say I won't be disappointed because I don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah, you don't.
For the other two companies, I know what I'm getting. I'm
Yeah.
going to get me a shooter here. I'm going to get me some apocalyptic stuff there. I might get me a racer or two. But honestly, when it comes down to Nintendo, they're liable to knock you upside the head with something from Labo.
Right.
Or, because they just released that Garage game where people are building games within that.
They already built Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah.
Somebody already built Mario Kart, and somebody already built like the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time thing. The thing that got released from '95 that they made. Somebody already rebuilt that in Garage. I'm like, I knew they were finna do it. F-Zero, that's how you gonna get it made. You want
I
it.
mean, honestly, if anything, I'm just gonna be surprised because if I don't see Breath of the Wild 2, whatever, I had Breath of the Wild, so I already know I'm gonna get a good game out of 2.
And if you don't see it, it's gonna be a direct down the line.
Of course,
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a
specifically
direct.
for it.
So there's nothing I'm looking for. It's just because I mean they're good right now. If for people that like Monster Hunter, you're about to get taken care of on both fronts. If you didn't like Rise, you're gonna like Stories.
Wow, that game looks nice.
If you don't like either one of those, you got golf coming up at the end of this month. You're covered. A lot of people want a game a month, but I'm like, honestly, are you finishing a game a month? 9 times out of 10, no. But I mean, Nintendo,
Especially if you got a job.
Exactly.
Especially if you got a job.
You're gonna get the new character Maybe a lot of people are saying they want all. I mean, I guess the last 2 all at once. But I mean,
you're not getting out all at
you got
once.
the character release. If you play Smash, you now have what seems like 2,000 characters now. So
right.
I mean, you're not hurting for anything on the Switch right now. But if you like the Switch, that is, let me put it that way, because some people have their things they like, their graphic cores, or either they just have their certain genres that Nintendo doesn't provide. But going into their presentation tomorrow, I'm open minded because I don't know what they're giving me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I liked a little bit of Ubisoft. I loved what IGN showed of Ubisoft.
I'm so mad I missed all that. I'm so mad I missed
That's why I said the presentation was fine to me. Everybody was like, "Oh, I didn't like that." I'm like, "Oh, well, I saw Beyond Good and Evil."
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even see that. I had a whole rant about it. Where is my Beyond Good and Evil? Where's my Skull and Bones? Turns out
look at IGN. They showed it.
IGN gave it to you.
Square was probably the only one that, to me, just really got me thinking, like, y'all approve this?
I really don't. The thing is like back in, what is it, 2019 or 2018, they had a show too, and it was trash. It was garbage.
Yeah, it was garbage.
So, like, why? Why do y'all keep doing this to yourselves?
And I'm like, y'all had a year. You had a year.
They didn't even show off Forspoken or whatever the Sony one is. There must be a code, like, okay, if we got something for Sony, don't show that off. Like, not at E3.
I'm guessing that's what that is, because Sony is supposed to have a state of play sometime either at the end of this month or in July, because they didn't show nothing at E3. That was the whole point. They were going to do their own thing. Right. So I would not be surprised if some of the stuff that they were going to show is going to get shown at their state of play, because remember, they don't have that many. Sony doesn't have that many exclusives anymore.
No, they're falling off after every generation. More fall off.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably doing that. Now the other thing, I think overall I haven't hated E3. I just think overall, for the most part, this has been disorganized, and they had more than enough time to actually make this as organized as they could. I don't get why it feels so disorganized.
Yeah,
I think if they went through a central channel, maybe it would have been more organized. But the fact that you can watch it anywhere on any stream, there's no time really set, because think about it. If I'm, let's say, Ubisoft, and Microsoft wants to do their thing, I don't have to abide by that because I'm not on their channel. I have my own channel.
Yeah.
Now, if I have a contract with IGN so we can keep them separate, that's different. But if I don't, then I don't really care when they show what they show, because I got my own channel. My fans will come over here.
Right. It's weird because I feel like when we get into the Nintendo, and again, that's different because Nintendo, this is for them is like a mega direct, you know. But they always do direct, so it's not like the format or anything really is that much different. It's just what they're used to. So it's gonna look, I feel like it's gonna look a lot more organized. And they kind of go with a similar same trend of what they do is like, I feel like at the beginning we're gonna get a lot of those titles that we already know are coming out. The Mario Golf, like that's what, next week or the following week. We're gonna get Skyward Sword. You know, we already know about Diamond and Pearl that's coming for the holidays. And then they'll probably talk about something more on Splatoon, so we can see more of that. But then then you get into the stuff you don't know about, and I feel like either that stuff would be dripped in between those other titles, or like that stuff would be towards the end. And it's like one more thing we got for y'all. So,
and then they're gonna do the killer. Oh yeah, y'all might want to stay for Treehouse Live, because we're showing that game in Treehouse Live.
Right.
Yeah, we're showing that game in Treehouse Live. We're showing that game in Treehouse Live.
I mean, when you really stop and think about it, as far as Zelda, I think the most you're getting in Breath of the Wild 2 and Skyward Sword, because even if and there may be an announcement to tell you, hey, later down the line we'll give you the 35th anniversary direct, because you don't want to cannibalize Skyward Sword right now.
Right.
You want to do
unless they're talking about unless they show the whole what all they're doing for the 35th.
Yeah, I mean, they can. I would wait until Skyward Sword comes out and then do that.
Yeah, I would actually do it that following week. Like, hey, we got Skyward Sword out. We also have games that are coming maybe in like October.
Right.
But then I think that it's going to be something smaller that I won't say smaller than Skyward Sword, but it's not. It's going to be a collection of games, and then whatever comes out for the holiday.
That would be the smart thing to do because like the Legend of Zelda games that people have been wanting to get ported are smaller. You can put them on the same cartridge, so it's not like it's something that would kill the space on the cartridge.
Right.
So, and I think Skyward Sword they had to do it separate because that wasn't gonna fit.
Nah, that's not gonna
yeah.
But like Andre said, regardless of what they show, people get pissed off. And
dude,
I can only
totally here
imagine
for
the shadow drops. I can only imagine how many shadow drops we get tomorrow.
That Smash one is gonna be Smash one is gonna be a shadow drop.
It could actually be the first. You know how they like to do that as the first thing.
Yeah.
If you see that little footage roll of something that ain't really supposed to be there.
Yeah. And there's gonna be one. Which one they did? Where they did like Dragon Quest Hero at the beginning, and then they did what was it, King K. Rool at the end of the
It was Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie at the end of it. Like what the?
Yeah. I feel like if they come out the gate with the character, we're getting the second one. We're getting the last one that same direct.
Yeah. And we're getting one of them probably that day because it's time for the because it's what Pyro and Mytha was in March. Yeah. It's June. It's time. So I would not be surprised if servers get crashed trying to download a character.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Let's see, where was that comment at? So
don't let it be day one.
Oh yeah.
So when the Blade Gunner, Monolith Soft, I got a feeling they're gonna show up.
Yeah,
and I'm with you.
So.
That would be a hit for me, but I think for me, regardless of what they show, if I see a 3D DK, I'm not watching the rest of the direct. I'm done. That's it for me. I am cool. When I tell you, I have my franchises that I love, but there's only been one franchise that I've beat every game in the series, and I'm including Jungle Beat.
Jungle Beat was low key fire.
It was, and the graphics
low key fire. Yeah,
I went to the pawn shop. Now, a weird story, but I went to the pawn shop when I was stationed in Alaska to find me a GameCube. Found me a GameCube, and I was like, I've never played Jungle Beat, so let me get it, right? Picked it up, but the guy was like, you got to buy both bongos. I was like, why do I need two bongos? He was like, that's just kind of how it comes packaged. You got to get both. So I was like, but I don't want to. He's like, well, if you just so happen to leave it here by accident and I call your name and you don't come back, then, you can have one. I'm doing like, cause I'm like, it wasn't no point of me having two bongos, but I end up going and play this game, and after learning it, that game is fluid. It works, and that's the crazy part. It works, and I love the Donkey Kong series. Now I would say for me, 3 was kind of a fall off for me.
Is that the one with Baby? Yeah.
With the Kiddy Kong situation going on.
Really
I didn't
feeling
really
that
care
one.
for that. But still to this day, I would say it's a tie between 2 and Tropical Freeze for me. Like those are awesome because being able to use Diddy and Trixie at that point, they were just a crazy combo. I like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a 3D. I mean, 64 Donkey Kong 64 low key. I still like that game. And I'm running through it again.
Heavy.
Yeah, I mean, even with the collectibles and stuff like that, it's just, I mean, it left plenty of room for improvement, and I thought that was something that was going to happen in the GameCube era, and we never got it since then. And they kind of went back to the 2D. Yeah, I mean, everybody made their transition and has still moved in that transition, but Donkey Kong, outside of being in Mario Kart. So
right.
Yeah, that's true.
It would just be nice to just get him back. I mean, just make it a whole jungle. It don't even have to be different.
Right.
Instead of calling it open world, call it open jungle.
Yeah.
There you go. Throw a little spin on there. Now,
put that own little spin on it. Yeah.
Donkey Kong sales wise, would that be even in the top dogs as far as
they're more like, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me correctly, and somebody's probably gonna correct me in the comments, but if memory serves me correctly, it's more along the lines of that Metroid where it's like people like it, but a lot of people buy used and it doesn't help sales, so it kind of skews the the fan base is there though. Like the fan base is there, but
because off rip we know the top 3: Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. Like we
right.
know 3 top dogs, and then in a distant fourth,
yeah,
there may be something else. But I just like Donkey Kong by presence. I feel like is up there with them. But in regards to sales, I was never privy to what they sold. But maybe that's why we haven't gotten another one.
I think that's when it comes to Nintendo and all their franchises, the main reason you can look as to why like you're not getting the F-Zero, you're not getting all these because the sales don't justify it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just don't justify it. And like, yeah, they say that, oh, we gotta figure out where we can go next. I'm like, you can figure it out if it was making money.
It was making money, yeah.
It's easy for you to figure it out.
I'd be inclined to put money in the R&D to make it come out.
But once again, gaming is a business. It's not a charity. So they have to see that the players want the game. So
that's crazy. If you can make Fire Emblem a great selling franchise and make Xenoblade a great selling franchise, you can do it with.
And Xenoblade was dead. Xenoblade was straight up dead on DOA.
Yeah, it was.
So
I feel like they can do it. All it takes is like that one thing.
I don't understand how that happened though, because Xenoblade, I mean, even before they acquired it, it was never like Xenosaga and even Xenogears was never really that big, and then even when
it was even on PlayStation, it was kind of growing in the niche though.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then PlayStation pretty much abandoned damn near all their first party exclusives and just said the hell with it, which I don't know why they did that. But
yeah, that's crazy.
That's another one that got saved.
I think they could do something with if they don't do something with Donkey Kong, at least give Diddy his racing game back.
Thank you.
What I mean? Like,
I don't know if Rare got something locked down on that. I mean, then again,
Conker was in it, so
yeah,
Conker, Banjo, so they would have to come up with new characters,
right?
Could they have to come with a few new ones? That's why I think we get a Nintendo card before we get a Diddy Kong.
Just put the whole family in there: Trixie, Dixie, Funky, Cranky, Lanky, Chunky. But just make them all racers. There you go. I mean, but then I guess that splits the Mario Kart franchise, then, don't it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think what'll wind up happening is at best we do get like a Diddy Kong racer but more realistically, I think we'll probably get like a Nintendo card. That way they don't have to worry about.
I just need story mode.
Yeah.
Bosses and story mode.
I mean, look at what they're doing with Mario Tennis and Mario Golf. They putting story modes in there. Which is like,
that just made my day.
Yeah, they said, so y'all actually trying to do that.
Story. Yeah, that's all I need. I don't even need to play against nobody. I don't even use Mario now.
Exactly.
It's just me and my story.
Which I'm surprised that they haven't done more stuff with Mii's as far as like in like some of their mainstream games. I'm surprised I'm glad they're using them now, but I'm just surprised that they haven't done this sooner. Because you would have thought they would have did it sooner.
Yeah,
I feel like they're backups, like because there were Mii's in Mario Kart, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It's just like if you want to be yourself and just play in this world, then you can. But like they don't ever give them like a full. Besides that one, is a Miitopia. Besides Miitopia,
Miitopia is actually a good game.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good,
ridiculously crazy, and I love it. But yeah. But that's what I was like even with Smash, like they don't give the Mii's their own classic path. Like they don't. But I think like the testing ground was Mario Tennis and Mario Golf is the testing ground to see if that works. Because if it does, I'm pretty sure the next Mario Kart, the next, Nintendo altogether game is gonna have you being to play as yourself in there.
So now quick question. I mean, we all know there's body types within Mario Kart. Now with the Mii's, that just classified to like medium, right?
I think it does.
I think they're automatically medium.
Yeah, they're automatically medium. They didn't do. You can make them heavier. Now they didn't do that. They just because some of the people they made heavy ain't heavy.
Right.
Rosalina is not heavy.
Yeah, I don't know how because Peach and Daisy are so light. That's why.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I definitely like what they have an opportunity to present. But like you said, I mean, regardless of what we want, what we like, sales talk.
Yeah, you have to buy it.
You know, granted, the Switch is on fire, so it can give a lot of franchises.
That's what I was thinking too. Like we got what are they like almost at 90 million, right?
Yeah, they're gonna hit 100 mil before the fall. Well, before way before the holidays. They're already on track.
So it's fair to say that the attach rate could possibly be high with whatever you throw out that's a Nintendo title.
Right.
Which is another reason why it would be foolish for them to do to announce a Switch Pro, because if you're already selling, people just gonna stop buying,
right?
And you cannibalize yourself.
Ride that train as long as you possibly can.
Ride it out. I mean, honestly, when I look at all the games and franchises, the one character I'm surprised they didn't bring her game back was Peach. Because if you look at it, Mario, of course, got his games. Luigi took off with this mansion, the Haunted Mansion games. You got Captain Toad with the Toad Trackers or the Treasure Trackers. Yoshi with Woolly World.
Yeah,
Peach's game was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't know why she hasn't made a return, but I mean,
maybe she will, because like I said, like a lot of the stuff that we're talking about, like wanting to see or should be shown. I think that's when Nintendo hired all them people for Garage. I think that's what they're doing alongside their whatever it is they're working on, because that's pretty much what they've been groomed for, to take over some of them franchises.
Yeah, but then also like Gwen was saying too, Nintendo kind of dead on the sports front.
Yeah, bring back Strikers.
Like even if we say Nintendo aside, as far as first party with sports, third party is not messing with Nintendo outside of 2K. But when it comes down to what I've seen on some of these YouTube channels that do the research, they had a football game that looked crazy that they was gonna have that was exclusive. So I mean, yeah, you can put Mario on it, but eventually you're gonna have those main guys that want the simulation.
Right.
There's only so much you can get away with having Mario them do something crazy.
Yeah.
There's only so much. I love those games. I love that Mario 3v3 they did back during the NBA Street games.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like, dude, they need to bring that back.
That's where it was at.
EA Big is gone and Tiburon is gone. So
yeah, so you might as well. I'm like, tickle that fancy, because like that. Yeah, I don't need that to be a simulation. I need that to be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So man, I mean, I always felt like if you're gonna have sports, have a simulation, have an arcade.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only ones doing that is Forza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no arcade basketball game anymore.
Yeah.
2K bought out Playgrounds and just
Playgrounds was
how are you gonna sit there and have an arcade game that's a simulator? That took all the fun out of it. Like
I don't know. And then EA went out their way, bought NBA Jam, didn't do it again.
Yeah.
As far as soccer goes, at least you do have some form of an arcade from an anime standpoint.
Yeah, that Captain Tsubasa.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so that's a good game, and they continue to add content to that.
Yeah.
Tennis is dead. Outside of Mario, tennis is dead.
But that's
and they used to have some good ones back on, like
virtual tennis,
Dreamcast. That's another reason why I miss like Sega being in, because Sega would have
showed up by now.
Yeah, they would have showed up with that. They would have saw that and would have showed up with it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like that, when you start looking at it from the PS2 era on up to now, that was the main genre that died.
Yeah.
The sports arcade genre.
Yeah.
I mean, they could really make a game. Nintendo really could just put all those together and just like be on an island like you are on Pilot Wings and just call it Sports Island, and you just walk to whatever sport ground you want to, whether it's hockey or rugby, football.
They did their collection on the 3DS though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So it's not to say that it can't happen. Horseback riding. I mean, they can just whatever.
They already did it. They just need to add their characters to it and stuff, and then you can actually throw your Mii's in there. Like that would be hilarious. Seeing like basketball with like Link, your Mii.
You know what I'm saying?
And Link never says anything, so you like, dude, you got to communicate.
It's all just a
right. That's it.
He crossed you bad, bro. He crossed you bad. Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, he talks like, "Dude, man, make the foul."
Wait a minute. That's okay.
Yeah,
pass me the ball.
I don't know, man. But I mean, as far as the direct goes, I mean, I don't think I'll be disappointed, and I damn sure won't be disappointed with Treehouse Live. So,
oh no, I'm never disappointed with Treehouse Live because I'm just like I'm just in awe that like nobody else gets it. Like they've been doing this for years, and like, dude, this is what gamers want to see. We want to see the game run live.
Exactly.
That's what we want to see.
That's why it's so magical because you know all the other companies they give that cinematic or that controlled. I mean, I guess the Treehouse is controlled too, but it's a different type of control.
Exactly.
You know, it's not filmed for that specific shot of that specific time, and then they black out and then show you some more stuff.
Right.
Like they go through the actual game and it's like, okay, this button does this, and then when you want to do this is how you do that. So
and they show people mess up.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you see people mess up. Like
yeah.
The person playing the game sometimes messes up. Because I remember seeing the Astral Chain one, and dude messed up that first opening with that bike, but he got it right the second time though.
And they all laugh. It's just fun. But yeah, that's why I like the Treehouse is just because they take their time in doing each of these things. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they just went through the whole E3, showed off everything they showed off, and then was like, okay, we taking all of that over to the Treehouse. You about to learn everything. That would be amazing.
And drop some demos. I
mean,
you can definitely do that.
After we done with this game, it's gonna be available for y'all on demo.
The Nintendo Switch Online.
Yep. So hey, well, like many of us in the comments have said, all right, Nintendo, you're on tap tomorrow. So 12 noon.
They really don't have a high barometer at all.
Yeah, really don't.
They can show up with Zelda and go home.
Right. We did it.
Well, I will say this. I will leave with this. I'm glad that Microsoft showed up. I'm glad that Microsoft showed some stuff because they did what I think they needed to do.
Yeah.
Although I will say a couple of them games. I'm sorry, if your game is 2 years out, don't show it.
Say nothing.
E3. Don't do that because the Uden Chronicles. Yeah, Uden Chronicles. I want to play that now.
That pissed me off. Oh boy!
But the funny thing about it, and I found this out today, that's also coming to the Switch.
I knew.
Oh, is it?
It is.
It's tailor made.
Yeah, that's what.
That game should not be because that's not the fan base for it. That game should be on PS4 and Switch.
I get what they're trying to do because Microsoft needs a presence in Japan. But I mean, if you're selling 314 consoles a month,
but now if you if you put that on the Switch, you think all them people over there go ahead and get that for your Microsoft console that they don't have already?
Right. I already know where I'm getting it.
Right.
Yeah, I know where I'm getting it too. So yeah, I'm good.
Exactly.
Dude, that's
no.
Nah,
that needs to come with me everywhere. That game needs to come with me everywhere. So yeah. But I'm glad. So from that standpoint, Microsoft, they did a great job. I'm hoping Nintendo does a great job too. The rest of the people, third parties and all that, they've been to disappointing. So
right.
The main attractions, I should say, one of them did really well. I'm looking forward to the other one tomorrow. So tomorrow.
Quick question before we go on. Quick question. So we all saw the GameStop thing, right? About. Now, it's been a little funny around my GameStop because I went to go rent some games today from GameStop/Blockbuster. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to try to throw my sources out there. Outside of Andre, which I already know that's one of my sources, but that new title, like we got the new 3DS, it's floating, and they giving some astronomical prices from GameStop standards for trade-ins towards it.
Well, the thing is, once again, I still believe that is a revision. I don't think that.
Oh no, you know I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying in regards of it being the revision finally happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, because we discussed about what they need to fix as far as hardware goes, specifically the damn Joy-Con stick and the Joy-Cons in itself. But I mean, something tells me, even though we don't expect a hardware announcement, if GameStop has already sending out flyers, the Zelda posters got the stuff on there and everything else, and they're taking a lot of money for these trade-ins, and they're saying it has to be towards this new Nintendo Switch, and it is they showing out at my GameStop up the street. So I got a feeling they're preparing for pre-orders tomorrow.
Well, we'll see. I still think it's probably more along the lines of a Switch Lite, if anything. But once again, if they said themselves, now Nintendo themselves said it's software focused. So there's that. That does not mean that they won't say something, because they've done that before where it's been software focused, but at the tail end they'll be like, look, here's this.
Or even before, like, hey, let's get this out the way first.
Yeah.
Now the rest is software, like we told you.
Yeah.
Right.
And when they say so, it's only going to be about a minute. It's not going to be. It's not going to take up no time. So I mean, hey, we'll find out. We'll find out. But I did see that with GameStop, and the other reason why I am very, very, very cautious with that GameStop. Everybody know GameStop is losing money hand over fist. So they probably trying to do anything and everything they can to drum up some kind of sale, some kind of. They trying to do anything.
They trying
so
hard.
Yeah. So I would not be surprised if this is one of those little, okay, we got to fudge the truth a little bit, just to,
Very possible. But like Gwen said, they had the versions, excuse me, as the trade-in version 1 or 2. And then, like you said, it could be a version 3. Because I'm with you. It's revision all day. I think that new title gets thrown on top of it.
I just hate that they do that, because like when you throw that out there, I know why you're doing it from a business standpoint, but the average consumer don't know why you're doing it, and they thinking it's gonna be, I'm getting this brand new. No, you're not getting nothing brand new.
Which is
better battery life.
Yeah.
Right. Which, completely off topic. I know we talk about the Wii U a lot, right?
Yeah.
So Game Explain did a 10-year anniversary of watching the Wii U presentation. I need everybody that said they were confused about the Wii U to go back and watch that presentation.
Oh, if you watch that presentation, you will recognize what we've been saying for years.
But here's the stupid part. Everybody that kept saying we were not sure if this was an accessory for the Wii or if this was a new console. Reggie himself said, we have a new console called the Wii U, and here is the controller showing the gamepad. So either we got a comprehension issue here, or
people lying.
They was really trying. Yeah, they was making up their own story.
It was people lying, and we know that because we saw game journalism do that. Like 2011, they was ranting and raving and loving it. 2012, anonymous EA senior engineer says this. The anonymous THQ developer says this. IGN and game trailers kept trying to spin the narrative that they need to go third party because this ain't selling.
Many people don't know if this is actually an add-on or not.
And I'm like, but
you're a journalist. You're supposed to tell them it's not.
But not 10 months ago, you were loving this and talking about how you can play a game and have your significant other watch TV and you ain't even got to stop your game. What happened between those? So yeah, it was people lying. So it's funny going back and seeing that and watching those vids, because you're like, yeah, a lot of gamers have short-term memory loss. They do. So
especially if your content creator is telling you otherwise. So you just keep going with that narrative. I don't know, man. I just thought that was hilarious. I just thought it was hilarious that they actually did that, and I was like, that was very specific wording. Like, where was the confusion? I'm lost here.
There was none. If you was paying attention, there was none. So, yeah, it is what it is. But our last reaction will be tomorrow at 12 noon because I gotta go to work after that. So
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So we will be live tomorrow at 12 for our live reactions to Nintendo's Direct, E3 Direct. We'll not be doing anything on the Treehouse because at that time I will be at work. Other than that,
right after?
It's right after. Yeah, it's supposed to start like at 1.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to add before we get out of here is Father's Day is Sunday. We will not be having a podcast episode Sunday. I will be going live on that Saturday because I want to start my book review podcast. So I'm going to start that. But we won't have a podcast on Sunday because it is Father's Day. And on the following Sunday, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled mayhem. So now available on Twitch. So yeah, we'll be back to that. And I will remind you guys of that tomorrow as well. So hope you guys have been enjoying E3. I've been enjoying doing these reactions. Thankful for everybody in the comment section. Thank you for joining. You guys have no idea how thankful I am and appreciative. So if you like my stuff, I'm gonna do the YouTube spiel. Y'all already know what this is. Like, share, and subscribe, and please let all your friends and family know. So we will catch you guys tomorrow at noon. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.